what do you envision is the purpose of your Facebook group? So everybody's kind of alluded to that, but let's get really clear on this because you want to make sure, you know, you don't just want to plop it out there just for it to sit out there in the ether, where, you know, if you don't have a very intentional purpose for it, nobody else is going to get it either.
Gotcha.
You've got to be very clear yourself. So if you think about the reason why you would have a Facebook, what would be your goal in that Facebook group?
So can you use it to recruit clients?
Yes.
And what about to engage clients? Is that a separate purpose?
Well, anybody that you get into a Facebook group, you're going to have to engage. So that comes with it. You're going to have to do that with any group.
Okay, so recruit and engage goes together. Gotcha.
Okay, and so when we say recruit, really the right term for that is your list building in your group.
Okay.
And your list building, and you're also taking a cold audience and turning them into a warm audience. So you're giving them a chance to interact with you and get to know you. Because a cold audience is unlikely to buy from you. But if they get to know you, know, like, and trust you, then they will be more ready to buy.
Okay, like that. Oh, makes sense. And I think that's basically what I wanted. I just didn't have the terminology.
Right.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, fantastic.
So that's Christina. You wanna be able to list build and get potential clients in there and warm them up.
Yeah.
Okay. Esther, what do you think?
So I think that would be a similar reasoning, is to promote my business, promote, you know, my services, and to generate interest, so that they become a lead, and then I could turn into a more viable opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, so here's one thing that I want to say. I'm going to go ahead and plop this out here, but you should really have a business page and then groups, because the business page, it's the equivalent of your brick and mortar. I mean, it's on the internet. You know, if you have a business on Facebook and a business page, then it creates a credibility for you and a legitimacy. It's not going to be your most interactive page. People will find you. Cold leads will find you. Now, you can use your page to get people into a group. I mean, there are different ways to get people in a group, but that business page it's one avenue to, you know, to invite people. So you'll get people who like your page. You can invite people to like your page, and anything goes. It can be anyone. You can imagine you're going fishing. I've used this analogy before, but you're casting a wide net, and you're going to bring back some potential clients, but you're also going to bring back some sea trash.
Right. Gotcha. I
Well,
kind of did that this week.
Your business page, that's what you're doing. It's fine. Whoever shows up on the page, that's fine. But then you're going to start to narrow down your audience to those that really are interested in your services.
Angie, I'm glad you said, see, that's why I'm here. You know. So that's a great point, because even though I have a niche, to your point, it probably makes sense. You know, like on Facebook, it seems like every day 17,000 people are like my page, and you're like, okay, like. Right. But so it sounds like it's probably okay to have everybody and their mother and their grandmother like your page, because even if they're not your niche, they can even refer people for you. Right. And I would make sure my actual group, that's when I'm really getting targeted, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So also on your business page, it's the place where if you're having an event, then it's visible from that business page. So, I mean, it can be searched anywhere. Whereas if you have a private group, the only people who are going to see that event are the people in your group.
Gotcha. Okay.
You see, there's yet another purpose. So if you're Christina, for example, let's say you're going to do an IBS workshop. You would want to use your business page to create the event, and then it goes out all.
Everybody.
Yes.
And people can forward and share and.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I like that. Okay.
So Angie, can you, so when you create an event on your business page, and you have private groups, do you need to then send that to the private group? You understand what I'm saying? Or post it on the private group?
If your private group is attached to your business page, they should see it as well.
Okay. And you don't have to show me how that's done. I'm staying up here is fine at this point, but knowing that there's that capability is good. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So, and we'll talk about business. We'll talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah.
In a moment, because I'm gonna take you a walkthrough of some examples with some of my own pages, so that you get the behind the scenes and you know how it works.
Awesome.
Okay. So Catherine, you're the purpose of, just to give you space to say this,
Right.
what would be the purpose of your Facebook group?
The purpose of my Facebook group. Gee, I really don't know. I mean, like, I'm sort of using my business page now to kind of share my modality from the Sedona method, but other than that, I don't know. I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's absolutely fine. And I mean, you're definitely in the right place, because a lot of people, they'll throw out a business page and they're like, why aren't the leads coming in? And it's because, first of all, your business page isn't nearly as visible as your private group, but that is because in your private group, you're purposely funneling people in there. So the people that are in there are the people that are interested in what you have to offer. So
Okay.
your business page it's not going to get as much visibility as your group.
So the business page is kind of like your wide net that you're throwing out. Is that correct?
Yes. It's your wide net. It's your place where you can post your events, so that does go out to the public land of Facebook.
Okay.
And the group is the more concentrated, the people who really are your ideal clients.
Got it.
And you can look at the group like a little nest
Okay.
you're nurturing.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Where that Facebook group, that Facebook page, your business page is like your storefront.
Okay.
Does that help?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
All right. So Deetra, what do you envision as the purpose of your Facebook group?
You're on mute.
Come off mute.
Okay. So everyone has stated above, right? So a place for my tribe folks to truly get to know me authentically, use it as a place to generate warm leads, use it as a place to promote my services, events, and also truly use it as a place for these individuals to have a safe place
Okay.
to share with each other, to encourage and build each other up. What they'll have in common is that they're all somewhere in the HR space. They all most likely value service and take their job somewhat as a calling or ministry. So they kind of have that important, but
Mm-hmm.
they'll be able to kind of navigate and support each other. So that's what I envision.
Okay. All right. So you really want to create more of a private community of safety where they can talk and exchange ideas and just collaborate.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you envision any of those people being your clients? Are they already your clients, or do you want them to become your clients? Or is it even about that for you?
It's both. And so what will happen though, this I'll probably will have, I'm open to multiple Facebook groups. And the reason why I say this is if I end up having cohort programs as one of my services, then there might even be groups for those cohorts so they can even have more confidential dialogue, and that might even be part of the curriculum where I go live or whatever it is. And then if I do a membership group, there might even be a paid membership group where they get way more of me and I get way more of them.
Right.
And there's the fee. So I'm definitely open to all the possibilities that can take place.
Okay.
Yeah, I
But
get.
I think,
Yeah.
but I think my first one is to get them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So get the people.
Yes.
All right. So I asked a series of questions here, and it's basically, do you know how? So let's do a quick poll. Do you know how to create a Facebook page? We've got one no.
I
I don't see the poll. Or am I raising my hand?
just raise hand.
Oh, I was looking for the poll.
I didn't get the poll this time. Sorry, I didn't have time.
Okay.
It's on your worksheet. So
Okay.
okay. So I was asking, do you know how to make a Facebook page?
I think so.
Everybody pretty much has a page, though, right?
I did it myself.
Yeah,
Right or wrong.
yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I just don't know if it's a business page or a group.
Yeah, my personal page, yes. Okay, so I guess I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I have two. I have one which has my logo, my old logo on it. And then I have my personal one. And I think I created a group at one point in time, but I don't know where it is. I have to go look for it.
All right.
A private group, because I thought I did that.
Okay.
And I think the other page, I think, is a business page.
Okay.
Because it asked if I wanted to boost or something.
Okay. Does
Post.
anybody else have a Facebook group that you've already created? No. Okay. You know how to make the headers? Sort of. Yeah, I know we've been playing around in Canva, so you know the tool.
Yes, I think. I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember what it looks like.
Canva.com.
Yeah. No, I mean, I did Canva for LinkedIn, and I don't remember if I did it for my Facebook page.
Okay.
I know I have my picture up there.
Okay. So you probably don't know these, but I'll ask them. Do you know how to create member questions for your group before they enter into a group?
No.
Okay.
No.
I've never done it, but I know how to do it. I was playing around one day. I
Okay.
didn't do it for real.
Okay. We may have to extend this one. We might have to have a part 2 and 3 and 4 on this one. Do you know how to create engagement posts? All right. Do you know how to do a Facebook Live?
Sort of, yes. You push the button and start talking.
Yeah, I mean, you promote it and then you do the live thingy. It's on the left-hand screen part of the screen, right?
Yeah, it's not
That little
button. It's like,
icon.
And if you're on your phone, make sure the camera's turned around. So for the first moment, you're not like, huh? Huh? Huh?
oh,
That would be me.
Don't worry. I think that's one of our sessions that's coming up soon.
good.
Do you know how to invite people to your group? If you've not made one, then you're not sure.
No.
Do you know how to create a lead magnet or a call to action?
That I'm getting better at. Yep.
We made that for your website, Christina.
I have more. I've done more. I did a presentation and I added one.
Yeah.
So proud of me. The light bulb went off. I'm like, oh no, I need a call to action. I need a lead magnet.
Yeah, so lead magnet can be a PDF, something that it provides information. You don't give them all the answers, but at the end of it, it has a call to action, like book a call with me, or, join our group. There's always a call to action in everything that you do. So that's one thing that I want you to remember, that no matter what you're putting out there, I don't care if you've got a group that you're just trying to get together and have kumbaya. I want you to figure out a call to action, and maybe that, hey, are you in the group and you're not feeling kumbaya? Let's get on a call for 30 minutes. Let's do a discovery call or a breakthrough call, and just getting them on the phone so that you can bring them into your process. Okay, and then do you have a book a call link that people can be directed to? How can they get in touch with you? So on any of your Facebook pages or your Facebook groups, you need a book a call or email me to call. I prefer that you have book a call link, like on your website, or somewhere where they can go to a calendar and book a call. We'll save that for later. I know it's probably for some of you, most of you probably you don't have that yet. Except, well, Christina does, because we did her
Yeah,
website.
I do have a book a call. Yeah.
Okay.
Or email me. I think I have both.
All right. So I've created a high level, just a very quick high level of how you would go about just setting up your Facebook group and your Facebook page. All right. So this is just a note to take, that you got to create your Facebook page before you do your group.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're going to do your group on your personal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. There are some advantages to doing, to connecting a group to your personal. So, for example, I've got the VIP Center business page, and then I've got Angie Nuttall Coaching, which that was an offshoot of my personal. So, okay, I'm not going to tangle you up with that. All right, let's just go ahead. And one thing I do want to share with you also is that when you set up your group, you've got to be prepared to regularly nurture your audience. All right. And so this is a formula that you'll want to pay attention to here. 70% of your time in the group, whatever you do, no matter how frequently you do it, 70% of that time you need to spend nurturing them. And what that means is, hey, how's it going? What's your favorite color today? Or, it can be just a number of engagement posts. We'll go into 52 weeks to calm, and I'll give you some examples of that. But 20% of your time in the group should be spent educating. So that could be the Facebook Lives. It could be sending research articles, sharing educational research or whatever. And then 10% of your time is about selling. So a lot of time, I learned this early on, that if you just keep pounding people with sell, they're going to get tired of that, and they're going to leave your group. So just something to be mindful of.
What are your
you
thoughts
answered my
on
question.
video? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna whether it falls into, well, no, okay, let's talk about the 70% nurturing.
Mm-hmm.
So could that also be, sometimes people are just like, it's Terrific Tuesday, and it's just a pretty meme. They're like, what do you feel terrific about today? Or could that just be videos, whether you go live or you just make a short video and it's like, hey, how you did? There could be different examples of nurturing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I have like a love-hate relationship with social media. And the day and time we live in, like, I just got to get over it. But I'm also trying to make sure that once I get there, I'm still doing it to where it feels authentic to who I am.
Yes.
And that I still kind of enjoy it. I know you might not enjoy everything, but I'm still trying to like have this balance. So honestly, when I saw that 70%, I literally almost had a mini panic attack. You didn't see it. I kept it in. but again, there's probably so many different things that I could do to make up that 70%.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you an example. So this is the 52 Weeks to Calm group. It is a free Facebook community. I mean, it's a free group, but it's a private group. So I bring people into this who are, I do Facebook ads. So I'm getting people in through this way. I originally started out inviting people that I felt like would really benefit from this group. And my goal for this group is, I'm looking for women who are challenged with their mindset. I'm looking for women who are struggling with confidence. They can be corporate, they can be entrepreneurial women, they can be women in the workforce, but this really isn't the group for it's just not the group for men who like weightlifting. Right. So just an example. So I have a specific group that I'm targeting. So I'm using Facebook ads, but also on my Facebook page, my business page, I've been doing a call for action. Hey, do you want to be a part of a community of women who are seeking calm in their life? I'll create like a graphic and do a call for women, and I'll give them a link where they can sign up. And I don't give them the link directly to the Facebook page. I have a landing page where they fill out a quick form so I can get their email address and their name. And this is why we call this list building, because you're getting emails so that you can start communicating with them in different ways.
In your 52 Weeks to Calm, do you ever ask some of the ladies in this group, hey, do you know anyone else do you think would be great for this group, and use them to bring you more people?
Yes. So when I'm doing Facebook Lives, if I'm not promoting something else, like I just did one today, and I was promoting Reset Mindset Masterclass. But when I don't have something like that going on, I'm always saying, hey, do you know someone who would be a good fit for our group? And I'll provide them the link so that that person can go to the landing page. So
and then again, you're taking their information.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we talk about nurturing, these are one of the things that I do is every Sunday I send a devotion by email. It's a devotion. It talks about a particular thing around my book, Compose Your Soul, because that book is really the whole premise of this group. It's the Bible of this group. And so I'll do a short devotion. I give them 3 reflection questions. And then throughout the week, I post those questions for discussion. So this is nurturing, giving them a chance to talk. And Esther and Catherine have both been on here to respond. But then in addition to that, I have like a regular, hey, post a thought, just kind of a random thing to help people get engaged, because questions like this, hey, where do you need more respect in your life? It's a deep question. So for some people, it takes longer to respond to that, but these little things will just help keep your group engaged.
Now, are those actual ads, Angie, that you have to pay for, or this is just something you do on Canva?
This you can do directly in the group and put a color background. So let me show you. So like if I do this.
Oh yeah, and use their backgrounds.
Yeah, you can just pick that and say,
okay.
Whoops. I'll post one right now. It says, who loves ice cream?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I like custard.
Well, and so I could use this conversation right here. I'll just show you a really neat trick. So I post this, and women are going to start talking about this.
Okay.
I could draw them into a conversation about food fighters.
Mm-hmm.
What we're learning, here's what we've learned about women and ice cream and their emotions when they're under stress. I could bring an educational component to it, and then I could invite them to be a part of Food Fighters.
Cool.
Okay.
So how do you manage responding back and continuing engagement with all 65,000 of your pages?
I have narrowed down my pages.
Okay. Do you also have like a professional or personal rule of thumb about, I don't know, checking a few times a day, or, well, as long as I respond to 60%, I feel good. I don't know if cart helps you. How do you manage that piece? Or is that a different conversation?
No, and here's what I would say about this is I will go in once a day and just look through the posts. Usually when I'm sitting at home at night and I'm tired of looking at Survivor reruns with the husband, I'll look at my phone and because I like to come in and greet our new members who have just signed up, and I'll do some loves and checks and just let them know that I'm there. If I see something that I need to respond to, I will. But I just do that one time a day.
Okay.
And
Does.
yeah, and so the group, I mean, I made the mistake of creating like a billion different groups, all right? And I realized that I was not able to keep up with that. Hey, Angela Conley. So the main groups that I focus on now, I focus on 52 Weeks to Calm because it is my group that I'm nurturing.
Mhm.
Then I have a paid group, which is the Food Fighters.
Okay.
So that's a group, it's a paid group. So I'm on that every day.
Okay.
I'm interacting with them. I'm doing a Facebook Live on there with them almost daily during the week for a few minutes. And then I've got them interacting with each other. And what I find is that you get these super users in your group who like to talk and like to chat it up with everybody, and they help drive the engagement.
Ah, okay. Okay.
One thing that I did start doing, well, I mean, I've got an admin who does my posts now for me. I mean, Cart does. I'll tell them, hey, post these 3 questions. I'll sit down at one time and I'll create all of the posts, like all of these. Let's see, like post of thoughts. These came directly from my book.
Mm.
You just pulled them out. Yeah.
But even if you just sit down for a couple of hours and you just start chugging some topics and putting them together, and then you create them all at once instead of one at a time. You just get them all done at the same time, and then you post one every day.
I like that because then you know what you've used, because I kind of had to stop and start thinking through what I want to post. So then I know, oh, have I talked about that? Or so I don't, do I really need to post it? But so it just doesn't become like willy-nilly.
Right.
That makes sense. I like that.
And I like about the super user, I mean the chatter, because I'm thinking again in my tribe, I also want to make sure that some of these individuals talk to each other,
Yes.
so that in essence I don't have to always make sure I'm driving all the conversation.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, here's another thing that you can do to just engage them. So sometimes I'll put out a post in here that's called Find Your Soul Sister.
Mm.
And I'll say, post something unique about yourself and see if anybody else in the group resonates with that. And then,
I remember that. Yeah. That's fun too.
yeah, so they'll just start connecting that way.
Okay. I like that.
All right. And then I use the Facebook Lives to, like today when I did the Facebook Live, I do this every Friday. Consistency is important. It may not be the best day, but I'm doing it every day. And then you can also do watch parties at different times to catch people, which I always catch people on watch parties. And then, in this Facebook Live, like I've got Reset Mindset Masterclass coming up. And so I'll do a plug for that. And Today we were talking about disrespect and gaining respect, and how do you do that? Hey, well, this is exactly what we do a deep dive on in Reset Mindset, and I'd love for you to be a part of that group, and you just invite them to your session.
So, Angie, what are watch parties?
My question.
So watch party is, if I click this button, it's going to alert my group members that that some of us are getting together to watch the replay. So Facebook created this thing where you can still hang out with people and comment,
Mm-hmm.
and they just want you to have of doing it together. So it's a way to just watch the replay together.
Okay.
And I'm on there. You know, I may not be speaking now, but I'm on there moderating the conversation.
Okay, so is that like what you do with your prayer?
On the prayer, I do not do watch parties. Angela, did you have something?
Yeah, I was gonna just add to the watch party first. Hey everybody, I miss seeing y'all VIP people. Mwah.
Hey.
But the watch parties are good because if they're not your friends or in your group, if I share a watch party, all of my 5,000 friends get to see it, even if they're not your friends. So a watch party is an excellent way to broadcast yourself to people without them necessarily being your friends or in your groups.
Okay.
So I do want to add to that. So that's if you have a public group. If you have a private group, you can't share, but everybody who's in the group can see it. So you see, that's another way, something to think about. You could also do that on your business page and share it out as well.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna just show you some. Let me think about where I want to go next, because the main thing, you want to understand how to make a page. All right. Anywhere, I'm just going to go to my personal page here and see people that are having birthdays. All right. So all you have to do, there's a create button, and this is basically where you start. So you can create a page or a group. It's all right here for you. So it doesn't have to be complicated. Your business page, you can go right up here. It's going to take you through a process that I'm not going to go through, but it's very self-explanatory. So you'll just click on that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to try very quickly to we'll start a group here. Okay, so I'm going to name this group VIP clients. All right, and I'm going to add Esther because you're Ready, Set, Succeed client. So we'll add Catherine here, who is, and let's see, Christina, you're a member. Okay, and then, all right, so I've got you two who are my VIP clients who are in some of my premium coaching programs. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'll look at my privacy. This group is, I'm going to make this a private group because these are my coaching clients. And Deetra, I know that what you're thinking about, you're thinking about leveling. And what you're thinking about is maybe you have a public group where everybody can come in and join, and then you funnel them in to a more private group that could potentially be a paid group, right? Yeah, okay. So this group that I'm creating is basically, they've said yes, and we're moving forward. So I'm going to create this group. Let me pin that to my shortcuts. Oops. And here you are. So you can upload your photo. I just happen to have one created from Canva.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, now, so there are some things that you want to do here. You see over here, you can invite people you can invite anyone, okay? So Facebook doesn't differentiate between whether I'm using this this group for nurturing, or if it's private clients, they don't track that. It's really just up to me to decide that.
I see.
You can also invite members by email.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what we're going to do now is we are going to, first of all, make sure our notifications on all posts.
Okay.
And then we are going to, let's see, let me check let me stay on this page. Let me save what we have here. Need to add a description for what the group is for. Group is for Angie Nuttall's VIP Mastermind coaching clients.
Okay.
You can add your location. And one thing I want to get to are the questions, but I'm trying to remember. Okay, so you really just want to go down this list of things here and start filling this out, okay? Let's see here. Trying to remember where the question. All right, here we go.
Great group.
So moderating the group, you can add somebody to moderate your group if you want.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing that I started doing. So my daughter, Jasmine, because the group, my 52 Weeks to Calm has gotten so active, I've had her moderating the group since I can't be there all the time. And so she helps engage people and adds them in. You can search your members here.
Excellent idea to hire your daughter for a tax write-off. I'll just add that in there.
Right. Okay. Here.
Membership questions.
I'm looking for, okay. So we're getting there. All right. So create the rules. And remember, this is under moderate group. This is an important tab for you. So creating rules for your group. And the awesome thing is that Facebook has created some for you, that are examples, but you can have the be kind and courteous, no hate speech or bullying, no promotions or spam, respect everybody's privacy. So if this is you can come in here and elaborate on this. You are only allowed to promote your business when a post calls for it. Okay, so you can basically create your rules in here, and you're going to want to have rules especially if you have a public group, because everybody can come on there. I mean, there are people who will put porn on there. It's crazy. They'll slip it on there. All right, so here is also a very important piece, the membership questions. Now, this is important if this is your group that you're bringing in and you're warming them up. Mm-hmm. You're doing your lead generation, you don't know much about them, but you can learn your people's language. So let's say that a common question that I ask is, what is your biggest challenge you are facing right now? That's a really good general question. You want them to give a written answer, you save it. I usually also ask, what is your email address? So that way, if somebody comes in on the back end, they didn't go through your process where you had them on a landing page, or they went a link, you can capture their email here.
Okay.
And I would give it a little extra, so we can send you your weekly devotion. Give them a reason why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so those are just a couple of questions that you can ask. And here's another one. This is a big one. What do you want to get out of the group? So what's going to happen is when your people answer these questions, it just gives you clues on how to speak to them. So when you are wanting to sell them a program or a coaching package, we try to do it in our own language, but that doesn't work. So somebody will say, hey, the biggest challenge I have on here right now is my confidence is just shot to the ground. I just don't have energy anymore, and I feel like I'm just getting beat up. You could turn around and make that your copy. Hey, does it feel like your confidence has just hit the ground and you just feel like you're getting beat up? The funny thing is that people say, oh my gosh, that is exactly how I feel. And they'll totally forget that they
wrote it. Yeah.
But it's part of that copy. And we've worked on copy before. So I think I shared that with you before.
Interesting.
Yeah, but these are just important things to capture. You can also schedule your posts here. So if you don't want to just do it organically and pop it on, you can schedule them for a time that you think is going to work well. But the about is important. There's your discussion line. So when they start talking, you can see who your members are here, and you can invite people. You can even block people if you want to. You can revoke access to the group.
Sorry.
And just to keep it really simple, I mean, that's basically how you just create the group, the format for people to start being invited. Okay, so any questions right now? No? Okay. What do you think? We've got less than 6 minutes. What else do you want to be able to see or understand?
So this group is actually under your original group. Is that how you'll access it, or how do you find the groups that you created?
Okay. So you always can go to your home button, your personal home button, and
Okay.
what happen is your groups are going to start to show up here. You can, and I've created some shortcuts here, but all of my groups are here.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
I was just going to say prayer clicks, it is a private group. I was thinking it was a public one, but it's a private group.
No, it's private. Yeah.
Now, when you talk about headers, what are we talking about? And where on the Facebook page do you put headers? Because you said you get those from Canva, but I wasn't clear on where the headers are supposed to go.
Yeah, so if I just go back to, let me go back to the group here. Let me see if I can just track it back. Whoops. So this, click off here. When you build it in Canva.
So is there something in Canva that says you're going to put it on your Facebook page that knows how to size it or something like that, like in LinkedIn?
Oh, good point. Good point. Because on your document, I have the correct size for you.
Yeah.
It's 1640 by 846 pixels. Now, you can go on Canva and they'll have a Facebook header template, but it's not always accurate.
Oh, okay.
So, all right, Facebook cut. Well, see, like it's got
Yeah.
Yeah.
got not the right size.
Okay.
So basically, you're going to come up here. You're going to create your design, custom dimensions,
Got it.
and then you put your 1640
All right.
by 856
Okay.
and create your new design.
Okay. So the header is actually the image you just put on instead of, see, I think of a header as like a headline. So that's why I was a little confused.
Oh, no, it's the graphic that goes on top. And so I created this one and I saved it to my computer, just like we did for the LinkedIn headers.
Okay.
And then when I got into Facebook page, which was right here,
Right.
it says change group cover
Uh-huh.
and upload the photo
Ah,
Photos. Okay.
up in that little corner there.
got it.
Oh, okay.
Angie, I have a question about can Facebook business pages be sponsored? Like sponsored ad, like can you buy sponsored ads for business pages, or is it the events that you can buy sponsor ads for?
You can do ads for any single thing, any page.
Okay.
And this is a pretty elaborate topic here, but I'll show you real quick.
Okay.
Oh, we got a first response on somebody who loves ice cream. Oh, Jane Gunderman. It's taken its time. Yeah, you've got to create a Facebook ads account. I mean, it has your
Okay.
information, but you have to sign up for it. And then for whatever reason, it's not pulling up right now.
Because I don't know about you guys, and probably because I'm connected to so many coaches. Oh my gosh, I get so many sponsored ads for coaches, business coaches, but I just was curious if that might make sense to do or for a business page, just to again draw that wider net, or possibly an event, being that a lot of stuff is virtual, or even for a group. I wasn't for sure if you could sponsor an ad for a group.
Yeah, so you can sponsor an ad for a group.
Okay.
I'm trying to show you one of my ads that I use to get people into 52 Weeks to Calm.
Okay.
So I would recommend, I mean, you still have your business page, but I actually recommend that you run your ads for your groups to get people into your groups.
That actual, like that niche, your actual niche.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get the ad here on the page, but let's see here. It's coming. I think it's coming up here. I see it all the time pop up. But basically, I ran it. The Facebook ads it'll ask you what account you want to pull, that you want to show up. What Facebook page is the originating page. So I've got Angie Nuttall Coaching and VIP Center. Those are my two main pages. And so it asked me, do you want this to come from the VIP Center or do you want it to come from Angie Nuttall Coaching? And so I'll pick that. I'm trying to show it to you, but I don't think it's going to pull.
Well, at the bottom, I just noticed it says promote visit ad center. I don't think.
Okay. So yeah, but okay, let me try to go to all ads. Okay, let's see here.
That one.
Well, did that say that reached 3,000 people?
Yes. With this, that's not I've got even bigger reach. This isn't showing all of my ads. I've got a whole nother ad set, but,
Okay.
But basically Facebook ads are a whole nother ball game. So I would not use Facebook ads to reach to a cold audience and you want them to buy something, because it is very rare that they will buy. What they will do is if they'll use the ads to bring them into your private community so that you can warm them up.
Makes sense. Okay.
And so you can create an ad and, you know, maybe put like, you could even just start off with $5 a day ad spend, just starting off, and then start getting them into your group. But before you do that and you're bringing cold leads in, I would at least invite some people that you already know that are warm, that you think will benefit from the group, to get a few people in the group to grow it, and then start inviting the cold leads in.
Okay.
So that you can warm them up, get them used to you, get them to know you, and then you can invite them to take, you know, to do your packages.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. All right. Well, so let me just close this out, since it is 3:03. And here's the bottom line. So as you can see, there's a lot that goes into this. But the very first stage of this is going ahead and setting up your page and your group. Those are the two most important things. So what I would recommend, we've got an implementation call on Monday. So if you want to, I challenge you to see if you can create a group. You don't have to invite anybody to it. You don't have to invite anybody to it yet, but see if you can create it and ask the questions and get those things set up. See if you could even create your banner or your header in Canva and get it in there, and then I can give you some feedback on it.
Okay.
All right.
This helps. So technically, I think I created a private group off of my business page, so I should be able to find that, right?
Yeah, if you just go to your home page.
Yeah, where it says home, right?
And then you've got groups.
I should be able to find them now. Okay.
Yeah, you should be able to, even
If-
if I do that, click
Okay,
your.
thank you. I'll work on that.
All right, ladies. Well, that's all I've got for today. So hopefully I'll see you on the implementation call on Monday at 4. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend.